Welcome to Kognito Key. I am absolutely thrilled to have you here today. In this explainer, we're going to take a vibrant biological journey right inside your very own body. We are talking about the truly fascinating world of your digestive glands.
Think about it for a second. How does a complex meal, let's say a huge slice of your favorite pizza, actually become the exact microscopic fuel that your individual cells need to survive and thrive? It's a massive biological puzzle, right? Well, today we're going to unlock that solution together. Okay, so let's just dive right in. The secret to this whole transformation, it lies in our digestive glands. These are super specialized organs associated with our alimentary canal. Think of them as basically your body's own internal chemical factories. They secrete these critical fluids, like saliva, bile, and gastric juices. And these fluids are just packed with enzymes that chemically break down those big, complex food molecules into something super simple, a form that your body's tissues can actually absorb and use.
So let's map out this journey down the digestive highway. The timeline here is actually pretty wild. In the very first 10 seconds, the magic kicks off right in the oral cavity. Fast forward about 2 hours and your food reaches the stomach. Another 4 hours or so, it hits the duodenum. And by hour 6, it's making its way through the small intestine for the final breakdown. And at every single one of these stops, specific digestive glands step up to do the heavy lifting.
Stop number 1, the salivary glands. Because digestion really does begin in the mouth.
Now, you might be surprised to learn that your saliva doesn't just come from one single place. We've got major salivary glands splitting the workload here. Your submandibular glands, they're the overachievers, producing 75% of your saliva. The parotid glands chip in about 20%, and those tiny sublingual glands right under your tongue give us that final 5%. To put that into perspective, over a lifetime, these glands produce enough saliva to fill 2 whole swimming pools. Crazy, right? And this isn't just water. It's packed with salivary amylase. That's a brilliant enzyme that literally instantly starts breaking down starches into maltose. At the same time, the mucus in your saliva binds your chewed-up food into this slippery little ball. We call it a bolus, making it totally safe and easy to swallow.
Next up, we have the gastric glands, venturing into the acid bath of the stomach.
So once that food bolus slides down your esophagus and into your stomach, it enters this highly organized and honestly highly acidic cellular factory. Inside the stomach lining, you've got specialized cells working in this beautifully orchestrated sequence. First, the surface mucus cells secrete mucus and bicarbonate. This is absolutely crucial because it creates a protective shield for your stomach wall. And why does it need protecting? Well, that's because of the parietal cells. They pump out hydrochloric acid, which drops the stomach's pH all the way down to a 2. Guys, that's an acid strong enough to dissolve metal. But this incredibly harsh environment is exactly what the chief cells are waiting for. The acid activates their pepsinogen secretion, turning it into active pepsin. And that pepsin flawlessly dismantles those stubborn, complex proteins into much simpler peptides. It's just a perfectly coordinated system.
Moving right along to the liver and pancreas, the dynamic duo of the duodenum. Okay, so let's follow the food into the duodenum. When this highly acidic, partially digested stuff, which we now call chyme, exits the stomach, it runs into the body's absolute largest exocrine gland. I am talking about the mighty 1.5 kilogram liver. This organ is the ultimate multitasker. First, it secretes an alkaline fluid called bile. Now, bile acts kind of like a biological dish soap. It emulsifies stubborn fat globules, breaking them down into tiny little droplets so they can actually be processed. But wait, it doesn't stop there. The liver is also busy regulating your carbohydrate metabolism, processing food nutrients for your whole body to use, and quietly detoxifying unusable wastes and toxins. It's working overtime.
And working right alongside the liver is the pancreas, this yellowish organ that actually has a bit of a dual identity. It's what we call a mixed gland. The endocrine part? That handles your internal regulation, using specialized cells like alpha and beta cells to keep your blood sugar perfectly balanced. But for our digestion story, we are looking straight at the exocrine part. Get this. Every single day, the acini cells in your pancreas pump out 500 to 800 milliliters of alkaline pancreatic juices. These juices are the real heavy lifters here. They are absolutely loaded with proenzymes, lipase, protease, and amylase. These are the enzymes that come in and truly obliterate those complex macronutrients so your body can finally absorb them.
And that brings us to the intestinal glands for the final breakdown.
We have finally arrived in the small intestine, and this is where the chemical breakdown is completely 100% finalized.
In step 1, Brunner's glands step up to the plate. They secrete this thick, alkaline mucus. And this is so important because it neutralizes that harsh, acidic chyme that just barged in from the stomach, keeping the delicate intestinal mucosa perfectly safe. Then, for step 2, the crypts of Leberkuhn take over. And they do not mess around. They produce a massive 2 to 3 liters of intestinal juices every single day. It's a complete enzyme cocktail that perfectly digests whatever food materials are left, just beautifully preparing everything for absorption right into your bloodstream.
Ultimately, the absolute marvel of this whole process boils down to one simple truth. Our body absorbs nutrients from the digested matter and releases the rest of the waste. From that very first chew in your mouth, through the intense acid bath of the stomach, and down into the massive enzyme cocktails of your intestines, this intricate, entirely invisible network of glands flawlessly sustains your life every single day. It's just phenomenal when you really think about it.
Thank you so much for joining me on this incredible journey inside the human body. If you love this explainer and want to keep unlocking the secrets of science with us, hit that subscribe button for Kognito key. Please drop a like, share this explainer with your friends, and always keep unlocking your mind. Next time you sit down for your favorite meal, ask yourself, are you just feeding your hunger, or are you fueling a microscopic tireless factory inside you? I can't wait to see you all in our next scientific adventure.